a little bit further because there are some interesting events that could be affecting the price of gold and silver later this week. I made a video about almost a week ago saying how I really think that the gold and silver will be dipping, and I said it would take about a week to 2 weeks to have happen. Um, so far, I haven't been correct, but like I said it was probably going to be a week to 2 weeks, and I'll explain where that could still be possible. I actually was not shocked, but actually surprised they didn't doctor the job report because they said it was going to be between 184 to 192,000 jobs they were expecting, somewhere in that range. So I was assuming that, because they like to doctor things, that they would continue to do that to make the economy seem stronger. They actually didn't do that, but what they did do is blame a lot of it on the weather. That's why even though we are seeing some increases, we're not seeing major increases because basically they calmed the market down by saying, well, it was a very cold month. That's why we didn't get a lot of jobs. So as you could see, it still left some confidence in the people, but it could have been a lot worse. But I mean, especially if you're looking to get your metals at a cheaper price, obviously you want it to go down a little bit before we start seeing it increase. Because if you watch my video about my predictions for the year, I definitely feel that gold and silver is going to be a lot higher than what we see even now, based on the scenarios of what's going on. Now, the most important thing that I think is going to be affecting gold and silver within the next couple of days is the fact that Janet Yellen is going to have her first meetings this week. On Tuesday, tomorrow, she's going to have a meeting with Congress, and then on Thursday of this week, she's going to have a meeting with the Senate. Now, obviously, I'm not privy to what she's going to say, but if she's anything like Ben Bernanke and she tries to lull them to sleep by trying to convince them that the economy's doing well, well, that's going to be bearish for the precious metals, and you will see that decrease. If she surprises everybody and says that she made a mistake and she's going to discontinue the tapering and even print more money, well, then you're going to see gold and silver skyrocket. So I can't really make the prediction because obviously I don't know what she's going to say. But if I had to choose between the two, I really think her job is to try and lull everybody to sleep and convince everybody that the economy is doing well. Um, any country that has 50 million people on welfare programs is not a well economy. So I guess we have to wait and see. But um, if there is a dip this week, I will be making a purchase. I've been waiting for the opportunity. I don't like to buy things while it's rising. I learned that the hard way back on my old channel when I didn't really know what I was talking about as much as I do now, and I use more emotion, and that's what they want you to do. That's why most people tend to buy high, and they panic when it goes low, and that's when they sell, which is really, if you're investing, that's the opposite of what you want to do. But most people follow what the other people do, and I fell into that trap years ago myself. Lesson learned. So I'm going to be waiting to see what the results are with the whole Janet Yellen Congress and Senate meetings. Let me know what you think. Do you think she's going to talk about continuing tapering? She's going to talk about how everything is steadying and everything's fine? Or do you think she'll actually admit she made a mistake and actually talk about reversing the tapering? I think it's going to be one of the first two. I don't think it will be the second, at least not now. I think before the end of this year, I think that's what will ultimately happen, but I think it's still too early to say. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Leave your comment. Give it a thumbs up if you appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, we'd love you to. So hit that subscribe button. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.